Joel's an icon of the game, and his reputation is important to him and it's important to us. Where, he accidentally stood on someone was a genuine mistake. And I think it's actually incumbent on people in the footy industry to treat Joel Selwood with a level of respect whereby when he says something, they believe him.
Sometimes we have to own up to our mistakes, and he managed to own up on one of them. I think Chris is trying to make some excuses maybe for the second.
No, I'll just pay my fine and walk away, I think. It was more a reaction to probably being held, so I just got to obviously rein it in a bit, but I can't say I'll ever stop doing it.
Welcome back. This time last week, the world was in uproar over a legitimate attack on the ball with two players going at it with eyes for the ball, and we're going to change the fabric of the game. This week, we've got two players belting blokes off the ball and sticking their hand in their face where they shouldn't be, and everyone goes, oh, yeah, just give them a fine.
And they both got fines, and the president of the Players Association said this today to Gerard Whateley.
I think the current system at the moment, whilst there'll always be different incidences that will arise, by and large, it's pretty good. Players are filthy about it. Make no mistake about that. It comes straight out. So, yeah, I have no doubt it's a deterrent.
Patrick, please. I just will not for a moment believe that a $1,000 or $2,000 fine, and they're capped at 5, aren't they, is a unless they do a deal.
On or off field?
Well,
on or off field? No, what I'm saying is I agree with you, Colin.
Players don't care about fines. As if Joel Selwood...
It doesn't affect player behaviour.
And some of them, I don't know what Geelong do, but a lot of clubs put them into the next year's wages, and there's ways of paying it. Look, it's just not a deterrent, and it's a joke of a punishment. And I love Chris Scott, but seriously, he's got the touch of the Damien Hardwicks last year. Mate, look, he's wrapping his arm around his great player. Nobody said that Joel's legacy had been tarnished. Everybody said it was an unsportsmanlike. That we haven't actually heard from Joel, by the way.
In the old days,
he should have been suspended for the Bailey Dale one.
Well, in the old days, he would be reported. He'd have to go to the tribunal, and he'd probably get maybe a reprimand, a severe reprimand, if it stood up to it. But he had to go through it, and he had to answer it, and he had to give you reasons why. There's enough ways of hurting somebody and intimidating on a ground in the rules of the game. As soon as you throw a punch, and I was on that rules committee for a while, I thought it was pretty simple. Throw a punch, get a week. Throw a punch that really lands, you get 2, and if it gets graded, you knock somebody out, then you get rubbed out for it. You can't throw a punch.
Well, a football act or non-football act.
That's it.
They've got to decide, are they serious about getting rid of the punches? And if they are, you throw a deliberate punch. So Toby Green, I like Toby, but off the ball, not in play, drop the player, you're gone. And there's no debate. Fines don't cut it.
And we want to show this one, Ross, because I'm just sick of how it's always injury dependent. So that's no stronger a hit. It just got Jack in the wrong spot than what Toby Green does. But because of what happens, he gets a week for it. I thought a year or two before that, Zaharakis punched, and coincidentally it's two Essendon players, and I'd say I don't care who it is, what team it is, but I thought we were getting to that point. So who's pushed this to get fines?
Well, there was a big difference. That was actually in play.
In play, yeah.
But I think we start to rub them out, then we stop.
The Players Association.
Well, pushed. No suspension.
Of course they want fines. I mean, as if Joel Selwood, he won't be happy with some of the things that have been said about him this week, and he knows he did the wrong thing, particularly with Bailey Dale or Taylor Duray. Taylor Duray begs to differ on the other one.
But can I just say, if Joel said it was unintentional, I would take that at his word. He's had time to consider it. The first one, he's not talking about the first one. He knows he had
play
on the edge.
Ross, just on that playing on the edge then, have you ever had to talk to a player around playing on the edge but hurting his team for being suspended?
Maybe. I can't remember specifically.
Toby Green,
Stevie Baker, he was probably in that category.
Did you ever have to sit him down and say, Steve, you're starting to hurt the team now, or you just let players like that go?
Yeah, they always play. I think Toby Green's come a long way, but he erupted. But you have to wear the outcome of that. But you're damaging the team, and you don't want to damage the team. So, Steve Baker, probably Ballas a little bit. He would antagonise, but it's about the team's got to come first.